public attention, a perfect couple facade hiding devastating secrets, a middle-aged woman's life destroyed by lies, and a brutal murder that shocked the quiet Orlando suburb where the Mitchells had seemed like model neighbors. Neighbors and friends struggled to reconcile the Sarah Mitchell they knew with the woman who had bludgeoned her husband to death. Margaret Thompson, who lived next door, told reporters, "Sarah was the kind of person you wanted as a neighbor. She brought us soup when we were sick, watered our plants when we traveled, and never had a bad word to say about anyone. If someone had told me she was capable of murder, I would have laughed at them." But as investigators delved deeper into the Mitchell marriage, a different picture emerged. Friends began admitting that they had noticed cracks in what they had assumed was a perfect relationship. Sarah's sister revealed that Sarah had confided her concerns about their lack of intimacy and Robert's secretive behavior, but had always defended her husband when others questioned his actions. The forensic evidence confirmed Sarah's account of what had happened that night. Robert Mitchell had died from multiple blunt force trauma to the head, inflicted by the crystal trophy that had ironically celebrated his professional achievements. The time of death was consistent with Sarah's confession, and there was no evidence to suggest that anyone else had been present during the confrontation. As news of the case spread, it became a lightning rod for debates about deception in marriage, the limits of forgiveness, and whether emotional abuse could justify physical violence. Online comment sections filled with people taking sides, some viewing Sarah as a cold-blooded killer, and others seeing her as the ultimate victim of psychological manipulation. But investigators were about to uncover details that would add yet another layer of complexity to an already shocking case. The evidence found in Robert Mitchell's hidden drawer wasn't just proof of infidelity or sexual identity deception. It was evidence of a level of manipulation and calculated cruelty that went far beyond keeping secrets from a spouse. As Detective Santos would later testify, what we discovered wasn't just a man hiding his true self from his wife. It was a man who had systematically destroyed his wife's self-worth, her opportunities, and her entire sense of reality for 20 years. Sarah Mitchell didn't just kill her husband. She killed the man who had been slowly murdering her soul for 2 decades. The question that would dominate the trial wasn't whether Sarah Mitchell was guilty of murder. She had confessed immediately and never wavered from her account of that night. The question was whether a jury would see her as a killer or as the final victim of a 20-year campaign of psychological abuse so severe that it had driven a gentle, law-abiding woman to commit an act of violence that shocked everyone who knew